What if I told you the BRICS currency might never exist, and that's exactly how they planned it? On paper, it sounds perfect. 5 rising powers creating a new global money to destroy the dollar. But behind closed doors, it's chaos. China wants control. India doesn't trust China. Russia wants revenge. And the rest? They're just trying not to get crushed. And that shiny idea of a gold-backed BRICS currency? It's a mirage. Together, they don't even have enough gold to make it real. But they do have enough ambition to make the world believe they can. So what if this anti-dollar revolution is really a trap? A move that could end up strengthening the dollar instead of killing it. Because when BRICS fights among itself, guess who wins every time? The one currency they all secretly depend on. Let's uncover what's really going on. It started as a rebellion, 5 nations standing up to the dollar's global dominance. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The BRICS on paper, it looked like the perfect alliance. Together, they hold nearly half the world's population and a massive chunk of global GDP. They promised a new era, a currency that would free the world from the dollar's grip, an alternative financial order built on cooperation. But here's the twist. They don't actually trust each other. It's like 5 roommates trying to share one wallet, except one of them is China, and the other is Russia. So let's break down what's really going on behind the scenes, because this unity might just be the biggest geopolitical illusion of the decade. Behind the smiling photos at summits, there's tension. India doesn't trust China's expansion. Brazil doesn't want to depend on Russia. South Africa's economy is struggling. Each country wants control, not cooperation. And that's where the cracks begin. The idea of a single BRICS currency sounds powerful, but when you zoom in, it's a nightmare of conflicting interests. Who sets the rules? Who prints the money? Whose central bank leads? The truth is that the BRICS nations are allies in speeches, but competitors in action. Here is an example. China dominates trade within BRICS, nearly 2/3 of their total trade flows. That means if a BRICS currency ever happens, it'll look less like a shared coin and more like a yuan in disguise. So is this really about unity or about control? On the surface, the BRICS mission sounds simple: destroy dollar dominance. But economists are starting to see something strange. The harder BRICS push, the stronger the dollar becomes. But how? It is because every attempt to build a rival makes investors run back to the dollar for safety. Sanctions, wars, currency uncertainty. It all drives global money right back into US assets. It's like trying to punch a ghost. The harder you swing, the more it haunts you. So we can say they're stuck trying to defeat the system while being completely dependent on it. Next came the gold-backed currency fantasy. You've probably seen it: influencers, media outlets, even officials claiming BRICS will launch a currency tied to gold. Sounds bulletproof, right? A currency with real, tangible value. Except, there's a catch. They don't have enough gold. BRICS combined hold roughly 20% of the world's gold reserves. To back a currency that rivals the dollar, they'd need at least double of that, maybe triple as well. And if they tried to buy that much gold, prices would skyrocket, killing their own plan. So what's the truth? The truth is that the gold-backed BRICS currency isn't an economic plan. It's a marketing illusion. Now here's where it gets strategic, and a little sinister as well. Beijing isn't interested in sharing power. It's interested in replacing it. By pushing for a BRICS currency, China positions itself as the central bank of the developing world. Every trade, every transaction quietly giving more leverage to the yuan. Russia supports it because it needs an escape from sanctions. India resists it because it sees the trap. Brazil and South Africa? They're caught in between. In other words, this isn't about building a fairer system. It's about building China's system. Now here's the part no one tells you. The US wants BRICS to keep talking about a rival currency. But why? It is because it scares markets, and scared money always runs to the dollar. Every BRICS announcement pushes the greenback up, not down. Meanwhile, the US quietly reinforces its position, expanding digital dollar systems, tightening trade partnerships, and weaponizing finance. So the conclusion is, while the world argues about BRICS, the dollar is evolving into something even harder to replace. So what's really happening? The answer is that the BRICS isn't building a currency revolution. It's exposing a global trust crisis. Each country wants independence, but none can achieve it without someone else's system. And in that chaos, the dollar stands stronger, not because it's perfect, but because every alternative is built on shaky ground. So we can say that the BRICS dream isn't dying. It's transforming into something more dangerous, a race for control in a world without trust. Here are 7 interesting facts about BRICS. First, BRICS has no official headquarters because they can't agree where to put it. Most global alliances have a home base, the UN in New York, the EU in Brussels. But BRICS? Nowhere. Second, China controls over 70% of BRICS trade, making equal partnership a myth. Third, the BRICS currency doesn't exist and might never. Despite all the hype, no BRICS currency actually exists. For the BRICS bank lends in dollars, not BRICS currency. Fifth, BRICS gold reserves are smaller than the US or EU. Combined together, BRICS nations hold only about 20% of global gold reserves. Sixth, BRICS expansion could break it apart in 2024. BRICS invited new members like Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Iran, and Argentina, but here's the twist. Each new country comes with rival agendas. Seventh, BRICS isn't really about the dollar. It's about control of the future internet of money. What BRICS really wants isn't paper currency. It's control over digital trade and cross-border payments. So the next time you hear BRICS ending the dollar, remember, the real story isn't about currency. It's about power, fear, and who writes the next chapter of global economics. And we're just getting started. If you want more deep dives like this, stories that cut through the noise and show what's really going on behind the world's biggest shifts, make sure you hit subscribe and join us for the next one.